From prosecutors to judges, defense attorneys, and agents, San Diego's U.S. Attorney Laura Duffy says sequestration cuts will have a dramatic impact on public safety. She joins me now with her concerns, and welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So sequestration cuts began back in March, started taking effect back then. Why are you alarmed now?
Well, I think that I've been alarmed, and the United States attorney community has been alarmed ever since they began taking place. But right now, we're starting to really feel the consequences, the adverse consequences on the criminal justice system.
Specifically, how are you feeling that? How are you seeing it?
Well, the Department of Justice budget was cut $1.5 billion this year. It'll be cut $2.4 billion next year. What that means for the Southern District of California and U.S. attorneys' offices across the country is hiring freezes. It means no backfill for our attorneys. It means we're losing our support staff, and we are simply not able to do the prosecutions that we were once able to do. Our capacity is being diminished, and with our capacity diminished, we're no longer able to hold all the criminals accountable who need to be accountable for the criminal conduct that they're carrying out in the district.
So you're having to choose between which cases you'll prosecute as opposed to what the law dictates as to what you should prosecute and shouldn't?
Every day we're getting closer to having to make really tough decisions. Now, for example, we are reviewing every section of our office, our narcotics section, our major fraud section, national security, immigration section, to make sure that we are placing the priority on those who pose the greatest threat to the district.
What are your biggest concerns about not being able to prosecute? Which types of cases are you most concerned about?
Well, the large bulk of our work is border related. Immigration and hard narcotics smugglers. And so when you have individuals who are coming into the district who have serious criminal histories, and we have to choose between whose criminal history poses the greatest threat. Somebody who has raped somebody who has assaulted somebody, or somebody who has a DUI. None of those are good choices. And if you don't prosecute the person who has the DUI and that person ends up coming back into the district and ends up killing a child in a car crash, that's a risk that nobody wants to take.
What happens to those cases you're not going to be able to prosecute? Can they get bumped down to a different court? Is there a place for them someplace else?
We are trying to maintain a consequence delivery to every individual, regardless of whether we can prosecute them criminally federally. Some of those are being turned over, handled administratively, and individuals, for example, in the immigration context, sent back to Mexico, referred to state, referred to county. And so we're handling them in a number of different ways, including diverting them within the federal system through programs that are alternatives to custody.
What about the impact of furlough days on prosecutors? You had just touched on that earlier. What sort of actual trickle-down effect or impact would that have here in San Diego?
Well, what we're looking at is we lost 3,000 staff nationwide to the Department of Justice in 2013. We'll stand to lose another 2,000 in 2014 due to budget restrictions. On top of that, furlough days will likely be imposed. The more we have to reduce staff and have staff who aren't working, the fewer cases we are going to be able to do. So the impact to the community is very real.
The other government agencies, including military defense contractors here, say, yeah, this year we were hit really hard, but next year we may be able to plan for this in our budget. Can the DOJ do that as well?
Well, we were able to avoid furloughs to keep our staff in the workplace working and handling prosecutions this year by using reserve funding. We have pretty much used up that entire reserve funding. We will not have those same kind of funds or financial maneuvers available to us next year. So I do not believe that we're going to be able to maneuver around some of the consequences.
What is your solution to these cuts? Do you see a likelihood of reversing sequestration?
Well, what I'm trying to do, and what U.S. attorneys across the country are trying to do, is educate the public to make sure that they know the breadth and the depth of the impact that they have, and to impose upon Congress to really look at sequestration, the meat cleaver approach, especially as it relates to border prosecutions, and to craft a very viable and reasonable balanced budget for the southwest border.
All right, U.S. Attorney Laura Duffy, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.